Welcome to rootstem Gaming. This is a special edition Horus Heresy game using some fan-made 8th edition rules. It's about 150 power level, simply because it's easier to make. Okay, so this is going to be a very special edition of a game. It's quite an openish battlefield, but it's going to be Blood Angels versus World Eaters. I know I've done that before, but this is going to be my brother's World Eaters rather than Sam's. And we're going to be using an 8th edition rule set that's been posted out by a guy called Griffin Topher, or Griff Topher, and Arbitrator Ian. I'm going to include a link to their actual rule set. It's pretty good. He's gone through a lot of units to be able to find out various different corresponding ways to make the rules in from 7th to 8th edition. A lot of the stuff is just taken, like a lot of the relic stuff is just taken straight from the Forge World lists. That's already been produced and sent out. But also he's got rules for stuff like breachers, destroyers, red butchers. Special characters. It's going to be a good one. Let's take you to the armies. Okay, so this is going to be the World Eater army. This is my brother. He won't discuss the army because he says he'll get it wrong. He's been playing 40k on and off for ages, to be honest with you, since we were kids. But every now and again he talks about stuff and then just goes, I have no idea what I'm talking about. Yeah, there we are. Right, okay, so we've actually got a battalion detachment led by Khan the Bloody. He has his own unique warlord trait that allows him to seize the initiative on a 4 if, of course, I go in last. And if he's in combat with more than one person touching his base, he gets an extra D3 attacks. He's got about 4 attacks. I'll keep putting the stats up while we're describing stuff, because, of course, this is an edition that no one really is going to have a lot of rules to unless you've already downloaded them from the link. The battalion comprises of a 15-man unit of assault marines with various different weapons in there, chain axes mixed in with normal chain swords. He's also got some power weapons and power sergeant with a power fist. He's got a unit of 10-man tacticals that's upgraded their chain swords to chain axes. They're also the same with a sergeant with a power fist. Sergeant in that one's just got standard chain axe. We've got a unit of rampagers at the back, only a 5-man 1 squad with various different weapons. Sergeant's got the twin phalanx. Again, I'm going to be putting up all the information regarding these units on the screen, so that will actually give you an idea of what some of these units can do. A unit of standard 10-man tactical marines. Sergeant with power fist, my brother apologises that they're not very world eatery. Yeah. And a rhino, of course, just to see what, chuck a squad into there, just to try and run it with the battlefield. Rhinos are a lot better in 8th edition than they were in 7th, allowing you to get out and still charge on the same turn. We've then got a spearhead detachment. This has got a unit of 10 red butchers. Red butchers are hitting on 2s. They've got a hell of a lot of attacks, but they can't re-roll their attacks, which is a bit of a shame. But I suppose that shows their just inability to listen to or follow orders. He's got a Spartan, which we're probably going to be seeing the red butchers put into, simply because they only have a movement of 4 and are in cataphract armour, so they're very slow, but awesome in combat, so that thing should be able to get them up there quite safely. We've got a Legion, is that Sicaran? Yeah, Sicaran tank, with its twin accelerator cannon and 2 las cannons. We've got a Leviathan with its storm cannon and lovely mushy fist with some Volkite in the front. Yes, Volkite in the front, because you can have Volkite in this. We've got a unit of 5 heavy support. They've all got the big Volkite with the 4 shots apiece. Again, putting the rules up on the actual page as we speak. And they're led by a chaplain. So yep, Centurions that can be upgraded are in this too. Allowing, I did forget to mention there's a Primus Medicare in here. Primus Medicare is better than your standard Apothecary because you can get people back on a 3+ rather than a 4+. Legion special rules for these guys are that they re-roll wound rolls of 1 in the fight phase regardless, and I think they can re-roll their challenges, which can become quite handy, to be honest with you. I will double check that though. Yep, so I did get that wrong. It's an extra attack when it charges and re-roll 1s to wound. It's also got a very unique stratagem Butcher's Nails. For 3 command points, it can fight again. It's not going to be good if these guys do it twice, to be honest with you. Right, we'll go over to my Blood Angel army. So this is my 150 points of Blood Angel army, 150 power level. We've got a battalion detachment to start with. These have got various different things in there. We've got a Praetor, which is effectively a captain. He's got a plasma pistol, power fist, jump pack. Gotta have jump packs, Blood Angels. There's also a chaplain in there as well with an Inferno pistol and a mace. The mace is basically it's just a power weapon, but it gets an extra damage. So the power axe on the other guy is going to have a damage of 2. We've got 2 20-man squads of Assault Marines. I like Assault Marines, and they're very, very Blood Angel-y. We've got 2 units of breachers which have rules for this. Basically, your breaching shield gives you a +1 to your saving throw if you're only coming across a damage 1 weapon. So bolters are not going to be very effective against that. Unit of 10 destroyers. Their grenades are going to be quite useful. The rag grenades, which -1 to toughness until the end of a turn, and the massive amount of pistols they're going to be able to get is going to be good for me, to be honest. A unit of 5 Terminators. The Blood Angels can have assault cannons in this edition, because of course them and the Imperial Fist are the only ones that have access to them. And then 2 Apothecaries. Apothecaries just act the same, but they're an elite's choice, and they can have jump packs, which is what I've got on here with 2 power swords. Over to my Spearhead, so pretty much going to get the same. We're both going to get 9 command points apiece. I've got a Master of the Signal, which can give a +1 to a unit that's within 3 inch. And then I've got my own unit of Volkite. Very unique weapon in this, so we're going to see what these guys can do. I've got a Predator with a plasma cannon on top with 2 las cannons, and I've got my own Spartan as well, because Spartans in this are a heavy support choice. They are not a Lord of War choice, so we're going to be able to use some really, really nice heavy duty tanks to see what we're going to be able to get done. I'm going to roll for my Warlord trait, because mine's going to be random, whereas my brother's is actually set because he's using a special character Khan. And the Blood Angel special rule is Blood Angel special leads stratagem without remorse, without relent. So basically I can roll, if I roll a d6, I can advance, and I can still charge and shoot, which is quite useful for units of Blood Angel Assault Marines. They're going to be able to get in there quite swift and quite quick. We've not taken any of the Rights of War, simply because we wanted to try and keep it as simple as we possibly can. The Rights of War now just apply to detachments, so you can take several Rights of War in your army, which actually make combinations quite nasty and quite devastating. But we'll get set up, and we'll take it from there. Okay, so this is how we've deployed. We've got a hammer and anvil. We're playing Dominion, so we've got to control these 5 objective markers that's scattered around the battlefield. We've got 1 in the building over here, 1 on the crossroads, another in those woods, 1 on the rocks. It should be, oh yeah, and there's 1 down here as well, just outside of the 12-inch range of that one. My brother's got he's got his World Eaters down first, so he's going to get a +1 to this roll to see who's going to go first. But he does have, because he's got Khan as well, if he does fail this, he can actually seize on a 4+, so he's going to be there's a good chance he may actually get the first turn. Right, do you want to roll? So he's got a 4, I'll make it 5. Oh dear, I've got a 6.
That's twice you've rolled 6.
I know.
Seize on a 4+.
Oh, because of Khan's ability, he is seizing on a 4+, and I can't stop that.
Wow.
So he's going to go first. We'll come back to it when it's a shooting phase. Okay, so he's moved up into this particular building. We've got Orion and Leviathan moving forward. We've also got the Volkites standing still, of course. Spartan's only moving up a little bit. He's a little bit nervous, a little bit scared, I think. Sikaran stood still to try and get maximum amount of firepower. It's quite a good unit, 48 inch. It's got quite a lot of fire in there. Some cokes being opened. And this unit's moving up to try and support the other tactical squadron. We've got a chaplain down here. Nobody getting out. Nobody deep striking in because we can't on turn 1 because we're using the chapter approved rules. So what are you going with first, Rich?
Fire Volkites.
Fire.
Volkites.
My Volkites there. My Volkites down here. And I'm falling over a chair. Right, so that's going to be 4 shots a piece, I believe, at 45.
Only 4 men, though.
Only 4 men. One of them he's going to target these guys because he's not got the range.
4 shots a piece.
So it's going to be 4 shots a piece and then freeze to hit. Okay, freeze to hit. Hell of a lot. As he's just the 4 that can see them.
Yeah. So that, reroll that.
Yeah, reroll that.
A bit, so 3's to hit.
Freeze to hit. Got 11 hits, freeze to wound.
Ooh, failed on 4.
So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 saves. Saves are 2+ because they are in cover and there's no minus on the Volkite. It's strength 6. Oh, that's all of them save. Okay. These guys have shot as well into the Volkites, not really done anything. We've had this tactical squad also fire up at these breaches along with the Volkites from the Leviathan and the spare Volkite over there. And he hasn't done anything. These guys have got like a 1+ save while in cover against some of the smaller arms. So, Rich, what are you doing next?
Last cannons to the Rhino.
Last cannons into my Rhino. Oh dear.
2.
What's the second cannon going to fire at? Fire at the Assault Marines. Right, yes, right, okay. Go on then, 2 shots.
1 hit.
1 hit. It's strength 9 versus toughness 7, so you need freeze.
2.
Oh, bounced off. Any command points? No, reroll that, no?
No.
And then it's a heavy 8 with this sort of accelerator cannon. Oh, sorry, it's assault 8. Needing freeze.
Did it move?
What there?
3.
Ooh, that was poor. Again, needing freeze. It's strength 7 versus toughness 4. He likes to swap his dice. He's a prolific dice swapper.
It's not good. How bad is that?
That is a bit insane.
That's bad, that.
It's a bit insane.
That is not good.
Next.
Yeah. Well, everything from Spartan to Spartan.
Spartan versus Spartan. We've got no cover between these two guys. They're just going to pound each other. I believe it's going to be 8 las cannon shots. I will double check this though. 4 shots per quad, so that's going to be 8 las cannon shots into my Spartan. I know I've got some feedback from downstairs. Go on then. Needing freeze to hit.
Missed on 2.
Oh, this is going to hurt. Needing freeze to wound.
6.
Oh, he's having to change his dice once again.
4, 5, 6.
Wish you wouldn't do that. It takes me ages to record this.
Shut up. Need 3s, isn't it?
Needing freeze. Oh my god!
1. 1.
That's insane! -3, it's a 2+ armour, so that's going to be a 5 to save.
You might be able to win that. 5.
It's a 5. So 8 las cannons have just gone boof into the Spartan, and the Spartans just said no.
That's not good.
Okay, there's nothing really within charge range. He hasn't done anything. He looks very dejected. You love it, don't you?
Not sure.
Remembering that these are experimental rules, but even that experimental rules, you still need to get some dice rolls. So it's going to be Blood Angel's turn 1. So we'll come back to it to my shooting. Okay. So I've moved forward. I've got Spartans shifting up. Trying to take on this Leviathan, probably, I'll be honest with you. I'm worried about his Spartan and the Red Butchers, but I don't like Leviathans, and I really do need to take care of it. The Predators move forward, means it's going to be a bit of a detriment. This here, the Master of the Signal is going to apply his ability. His ability, any unit within 3 inch, I can apply an ability that lets him reroll, well not reroll, so it pluses 1 to hit. So these Volkites are now going to be hitting on 2s rather than 3s. The Chaplain, the Praetor, and everyone else has run forward. Got a couple of bolters, that's probably going to be in range of some of these guys down here and down here. And then those breaches have ran forward, hopefully to get the melter gun within a range. I know it's an assault weapon, it's going to be -1 to hit, but hopefully that's going to be it's going to be -2 to hit actually, because he did declare smoke, which I forgot to show in the last turn. So I'll be honest, I'm going to do that first. So melter gun underneath is within 12 inch of his tank. I need a 5. That's nothing. Okay, so I did a bit of small arms fire, some bolters from over here fired into these this tactical squad. Managed to take out a guy, so we've got this first casualty. he's impressed by that. And then we've got all these Volkites. So we've got 5 shots apiece, 4 shots apiece into these 5 guys, needing 2s. And I get to re-roll. Oh no, I don't. I just need 2s. I should have kept my captain a little bit closer. 3s to wound. Ooh.
To re-roll.
Yeah. There we go.
Big space to roll
15 hits. Needing 2s. Every single one of them saved.
Yes!
Disaster. So
Fantastic.
the plasma from here is going to go against the same squad. The 2 last cannons are going to go against his Sicaran tank at the back. So 2d3 shots with the plasma executioner. Oh, 6. So 6 shots needing 4 stickers removed. Only 3. It's strength 7, so I need 3s to wound again. Oh, I only got 1 wound with a -3. So he's gonna, Arich is going to need a 5. I got 4. So far, we've had lots of units fire at these and I managed to kill 2 guys.
That's -3 in it.
Cannons then into the Sicaran. Ooh, they've both hit, needing 4s. I need 3s to wound it. Only 1. It's a -3, so he's going to need a 6 because he's not going to be in cover to save. Otherwise, it's d6 damage.
4, 5.
He's got a 5 near the red. Do you want to reroll? Come on, point. No. Oh, 6. It's really twatted it. Okay, so that's down to 8 wounds. It's still on its first full profile. I've fired the heavy bolters from the Spartan. That's gone against the actual tactical marines and done no casualties. We're not really doing a lot of casualties to each other in this one. Now, I'm going to have 1 quad las into Leviathan. 1 quad las into the Sicaran.
This is quite hard.
Yeah, it's actually decent. So the red is for the Sicaran, the blue is for Leviathan. Needing 3s.
You missed twice on your blue, which is this one. And red's with the Sicaran, wasn't it?
It was, the Sicaran was taking a hit. Right, toughness 8 I believe on that one and 7 on that, so it's still going to be 3s on the last cannons to wound regardless. Not bad, not bad. So 2 saves on the Leviathan, needing 4s. Oh, saves both. This is why I hate Leviathan.
And then
3 saves on the poor Sicaran, needing 6s.
Cool, save
Oh,
one.
we got one. We got one. 2 gone through.
Yeah.
I've got 8 hull points, or damages, wounds, whatever, to get through. Double 1. Come on, point. So that increases it to 4. So I should take it down to its middle profile.
It's got 4 left.
Yeah, so it's going to have 4 left. It's going to be on its middle profile.
Still move 14.
Not the greatest. Not the greatest at all. Not the greatest. Right. So that's actually the end of Blood Angel turn 1. That's a pretty quick turn 1. Not really done much in the way of destructed, but I have done some damage. So we're going to go to basically going to go to World Eaters turn 2 and come back for their shooting. Right, okay. He's done his movement. The Leviathan's moving up. Don't like it. The butchers have got out of the rhino. Like they're about to ready to charge these breaches. And the rhino's moving up as well. But we're going to do the same thing because they're all mad. Line of tactical marines coming out of that, coming out of the woods to make sure that they can get a decent charge down here. I don't know how long he thinks those guys are going to live. No.
There's a reason for it.
And the Spartans moved up as well.
Strategy.
Sicaran's sat still, possibly to try and get some good shots off. That's about it. What? Oh yeah, and I forgot. Yeah, all these guys have turned up. 15 assault marines have descended upon my back lines, which is going to give me pause for 4 on what they're going to basically go into. Right. What's first then, Rich? What are you shooting?
D3.
Yeah. So he's going to fire a Phosphex discharger, which doesn't really have rules for 40k, so we've made it up for this one. He's going to fire into these guys. 18-inch range. It's in range. It's 2d3 plus 2 shots. He's in, oh, it's going to be 8 shots. Right, so it's going to be heavy. It's going to need 3s. Oh, not
Kidding me
good.
again.
So it's strength 5, -3, 1 damage, but he rerolls his wounds with this, so he's going to need 3s with rerolls. And rerolls.
Good chuffing, John.
3 of them, and he can only use this once per battle. So I did a cracking job. To say how much
did.
in my last Heresy video I hate Phosphex, which did nothing. Again, it's doing nothing. I'm going to keep recording every time I play these games. Right, so it's -3, so that means they're going to need a 6, but it's only 1 damage, so I get a +1, so that makes it a 5, and I'm in cover, which makes it forced to save. So I lose 2 guys. Storm Cannon is going to go into the Predator. The Storm Cannon is heavy 10. This is going to work.
Move.
Needs freeze to hit because he's moved. Whoa. Forced to wound with the Storm Cannon. It's strength 7. It's a -2. This might hurt.
Went 3.
So, going to need saves of 5. 2 get through, and it's 2 damage apiece. So I've lost 4, but he's also firing the Volkites, which actually are 2 damage in this. So it's going to be 4 shots needing freeze, then 5s. So it's
Need 5s.
5s. Nothing. Ooh. Okay, so we did fire the melter gun as well into the Spartan. He's actually taken 4 wounds off it, so I'm on 16, not 14. What am I doing? 20 wounds to start with. Right, next unit, Rich.
Nick, I'm going to fire the bolters.
Fire the bolters into the breaches. Bolters are fired at the breaches and actually done nothing. They've managed to save. So these guys, the Volkites, are now going to open fire, check the range, check the line of sight, and open fire into these guys. He's not using the command point for the weapons of Mars to try and make them hit more on 6s, and he rolled 4 6s, so that's a lot. That's a lot less than what you should be rolling. Then it's 4 shots apiece, Rich.
How many did I roll? 11. I don't know 11.
I don't know. He rolled his extra 9. He actually got the amount of hits we thought he was going to get.
3s, weren't it?
Right, so yeah, it's going to be freeze to wound. Let's scoop them all back up. He's down to 8 command points because he actually used a reroll on his Leviathan. There we go. He used a reroll on his Leviathan when it came to wounding that Spartan. So how many you got here?
6.
6 wounds on the Assault Marines.
Not in cover.
They are not in cover, so need freeze. And they saved them all. You love it. You love it.
I wish that I took my last cannon squad instead of Volkite.
Well, we were experimenting because some of these armies are not what we'd normally take. We're basically experimenting with units that you wouldn't normally see on the 40k battlefield. Right, okay, let's get to the next unit. Okay, we've got some more shooting. These 2 tactical squads have opened fire into the Assault Marines, taking out 5 of them, which I've taken from this side, much to Ravager's dismay. And then these have opened fire, some of them targeting the character, not doing anything. The rest of them fired at the Predator and knocked a wound off. So it's now down to 11 wounds. Spartan's on 16, that's on 11. What else you shooting?
I'm going to shoot last cannons at his Spartan from Sicaran.
From Sicaran, yeah, and then what's your finger shooting
And
at?
then the other one is shooting at the breaches.
Right, okay, yeah, because the breaches, they do get the +1, but that's a damage 2 weapon. So his minus is actually going to affect them while they're in cover. That's a good choice. What's your last cannons doing?
So last cannons into the Spartan.
Needing 4s because you're down.
2.
2 hits. He's going to need freeze to wound.
1 wound.
1 wound. It's a minus of 3, so I need a 5 or 6. I'm losing some more damage on the Spartan.
2.
Another 2. He's already used his command point for the shooting phase, so that's going to be down to 14 wounds. And then your heavy 8 cannon.
Heavy 8 cannon.
In your 4s. Not too bad, he's only suffered a little bit of deficit there. 4 wounds needing freeze.
2.
Ooh, 2 of them. It's going to be a minus of 1, but I'm in cover, so it actually knocks me down to freeze because I can't get my shield. It's a 6 and a 4. These guys are not wanting to shift. The heavy bolt. Have you fired a heavy bolt from here yet?
Yes.
No, yeah.
No, I didn't.
No.
No, sorry.
No.
So the heavy bolter.
Yeah.
It was heavy 6, isn't it?
Heavy 6. Who's that going
Into
against?
The breach. In your Volkites.
Into the Volkites. All right. Okay. Yep. He needs freeze because of power of machine spirit.
2.
And then he needs freeze again.
3.
Oh, 2 down. 2 down. Last cannons. He's done 2 damage here. That's not good. 8 last cannons into my Spartan. 8 shots needing freeze, followed by freeze. It's not good. Couple missed. There you go, you've got 6 hits. Yeah, he likes to change his dice over time, doesn't he?
3.
3's gone through. I need 5s and 6s to save. And if I were Mills, I'd save all of them. Nope. So that's going to be 3d6 damage. Oh my god!
That's gone.
15, 16, 17.
15
No,
points
no,
of damage.
it's 11, 12,
15.
13,
It's got
14,
1 point
15.
left.
It's got. No, it hasn't, because it was reduced to 14.
Oh, what, yeah?
It was
From
reduced
the
down to
Sicaran.
14 from the Sicaran. So it's actually gone. So if this tank goes up on a 6, anything within 2d6 suffers d6 mortal wounds. I really don't want this to explode.
Neither do I, in fairness.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't explode. I've got 6 men on board.
Any ones?
Any ones? Nope, they're all survived. Right, okay, so that's all of that. Are you doing anything, any special command things at the end of your
Yes,
shooting
I am.
phase?
I'm going to refire. That's a point.
Right, okay, so Fury of the Legion is actually for tactical squads and tactical special issue, tactical support squads, so you could have a squad of melter guns, refire again. They're for 2 command points, can shoot again. If you're a tactical squad, it's 1 command point, you can shoot again. So let's find out what these guys are going to do. Okay, so charge phase, we've done the movements and the overwatches. He's failed to charge in with all those guys into the assault marines, which probably means the assault marines are going to charge into him next turn. But he has gone in with the rampages and he's managed to get in with the rhino as well. The rhino to try and stop the overwatch. He did lose 4 wounds on the rhino due to melter gun and bolters. These world eaters get a +1 attack for charging, and they get to reroll wound rolls of 1 on the turn at the charge. So, well, no, just reroll wound rolls of 1. So we're going to get a lot of attacks. 2 rampages, 2 attacks apiece. The sergeant's only 2 attacks, but he's got twin phalanx blades, which allows him an extra 2 attacks. So he's going to have 5. So let's roll some dice. Barb hook lashes to start with. These need 3s to hit.
And then 2s.
And these wound on 2+ according to the rules for against infantry. Ooh,
4 wounds.
4 wounds. 2 massive chain axes. These need 4s to hit. To hit with them.
And then 3s.
And then they're going to need 3s to wound. That's not like cracking. They're -2 though. Yep, so we've got 1 that's -2. And then 5 attacks with the twin phalanx blades. These need 3s to hit.
And then 4s to wound.
And then 4s to wound.
This one missed with 2.
But these have got
2.
so another 2 saves. So what I need, because it's breach of shields and the shield does actually count in close combat, so it's basically a 2+ armour against these weapons, because these weapons only cause 1 damage. And it's a -1 on nearly all of them except the axe, which is going to be shown in red, needing a -2, so I need 3s and 4s. Ooh, that's going to hurt. That's 4 down. Okay, so we've done the combat. I've lost 4 guys, which you saw, to be honest, and then I fought back. I've actually only killed 1 rampager, actually with the las cutter, because the power fist did nothing. He managed to save it. So it's going to get into morale. They're going to auto pass. They're going to auto pass because we're in 6 inch of these guys. Oh, and these guys here, I need to auto pass, but we've just realised he's not gone with these. Right, okay, so we've actually just gone and done this combat. I've managed to lose another 3 guys. My brother's lost a couple more of his guys on the way in, which does take their casualties up to 5. So 5, 6, 7, I'm well below the 9, so they're fine. And then using 2 command points, to chow through that and get rid of that one. And I lost 4 men over there. So 4 plus 3, that takes it to 7, that's fine, because the standard leadership for a Marine is 7. So they're okay, and I'm going to be down to 7 command points. You're currently down to 8.
7.
Oh, you're on 7? Yeah, 7. So it's going to go into my turn 2. I've lost my Spartan. I think that's what's disheartening me on this one. I've lost my Spartan now. I need to try and get rid of that Sicaran because he's doing some damage as well, to be honest.
Do you know what you should have done last time? You should have
shot him. Should have shot him.
Should have shot my Spartan.
Possibly.
No damage points onto it.
Yeah, I know. Well, we'll find out what happens here. I've got a couple of units in combat and I'm going to be struggling. Right, my turn 2. Right, okay, so coming down into my turn 2, we've got my rhinos disgorged all its destroyers. We've got various different squads actually moving forward. the captains move forward with the destroyers, possibly to try and get all of that Spartan. My apothecary managed to resurrect one of these guys. That apothecary didn't. So he's kind of pinned for the rest of the turn. I've moved him forward to give this a +1 to hit. These have fallen back mainly so that the Terminators can try and deal with these Assault Marines, because these Assault Marines they're not going to kill a lot, but they are going to interfere with what I'm trying to do. And then over here, my 20-man Assault Marine unit came right into the back, looking at the Volkite and the Sicaran. I'll probably even try and see if I can charge both. It'd be a hell of a lot of Overwatch fire, but hell, it'd be fun if I did it.
You'd have to spread your figures across like that.
I'd have to spread my figures across, yes. Yes, I'd have to spread my figures across.
That'd be very weird.
Right, okay, so I'm going to pick a unit. Let's start some shooting. A bit of shooting. The destroyers chucked their rag grenade into the tactical squad that was there, minus its toughness down, then opened fire with all their pistols. Killed them all, which was surprising. And then the chaplain lost a wound to some bolt pistol death from down here. I'm going to cut across now to my Predator. Predator's going to fire 2 las cannons plus its plasma into the Spartan. Now these plasmas on these can't overcharge. So 2 las cannons needing 2s, both hit. I'll change some dice. I need 3s to actually wound him. That's 2 wounds. So you need 2 saves of 5+, because the Spartan has a 2+ armour.
1.
Needed both to get through. 3 points of damage.
So that's
I'll reduce that down to 17, and then it's 2d3 shots with the plasma.
3, did you say?
That's going to be 4. I've just done the plasma off camera. It's now down to 15 wounds. Still got Leviathan's bearing down on me. This Spartan's bearing down on me. Those guys have been pinned. I've already done their shooting into them, and they did nothing at all. So I've still got some Volkite left, but I'm going to go with the assault squad, so let's put some fire. Right, okay, I've just done a lot of shots off camera because I'm not doing very well at all. Some bolt pistols and plasma pistols are fired from those guys, taking out one of the heavies and removing a wound from this Spartan. Everything else is kind of shot into here and done nothing, which is great. I've still got a stone bolter actually on them, which I'll probably pour fire into these guys here. Bolt pistols from the squad fired into the rampages and did nothing. And now I'm going to use Technologies of Mars on these to try and take out that Sicaran. So I need 3s to hit. Any 6s explode into additional hits. So I've got 2 6s. I might as well roll them 2 dice again. And there we go. Hurt him. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 of them. These cause 2 damage apiece. So 5 saves, needing 3s. Needing 3s. He only needs to fail 2 of them. And he failed.
Just 1.
Command point?
Yeah, I can do, can't I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Saves them all. So I'm down to 6 command points, and you're down to 6 command points.
And my Sicaran is still
And
living.
his Sicaran is still living. I've done nothing. So let's get some charges done, and we'll see what the cannon is like when we come back. Okay, so we've done some charging. These guys have managed to get in here. His 8 large cannon shots did try to actually smack the Rhino, and it kind of just shrugged it off. My assault marines down here failed to charge any of these 2, which means they're going to be opened up for some pain. I did lose a guy as well to Overwatch fire. These have barreled in here, so they're actually in combat with the tactical squad, and they're actually in combat with the chaplain. I've already done their consolidation because I'm going to be going with them first. And the Terminators made it in up here as well. I'm going to try and keep them away from that Leviathan if I possibly can, but I doubt I'll be able to successfully do that. Them breaches are probably going to die. So let's get to some dice rolls. So these guys have gone, and they did a wound to the chaplain and killed a man. That's it. Nothing else spectacular.
That's all you need.
He's going to spend 2 command points and actually go with his Spartan, because the Spartan has got 8 attacks and he needs 5s to hit with his crushing treads. So 8 attacks then, Rich. I never got a chance to do this.
2.
I got 2. So it's a strength of 8 minus 3. It's like a power fist. D3 damage. Yeah, quite tasty. So I'm guessing that's going against the destroyers.
Yes.
Yep, go on then. 2s to wound. Wounds were 1, I need a 6. No, that's a destroyer gone. Right, okay, so the Terminators are going to wade in. That's that many attacks, and they need 2 attacks apiece normally and 3 for the sergeant. They're all armour, either power fists or chain fists. It's all -1s, so I'm going to need 4s on them all to be able to hit. Ooh. It's all power fists that's hit, because there's some chain fists in there, but I didn't segregate, so as a detriment to me, it's going to be power fists. And I know people are saying, why is that a detriment to you? But that's because chain fists are -4, power fists are -3, so he actually gets a save. So that's going to be 6 saves. 6 saves are 6. 1, so he uses 5 guys. So we've gone with the rest of the destroyers, managed to take a wound off the Spartan, knocking it down to 14. They managed to kill 5 of those guys with their power fists. He's yet to retaliate back. I've not done that one yet, but I just found out I've got 6 attacks with this Praetor against this Leviathan. I need 3s to hit, and I reroll 1s because I'm wielding a power fist. That's not too bad. That's 4. I need 4s to wound. 1. It's a -3, so you need a 5 to save. And he gets it. Oh, I've done absolutely terrible this turn. Right, okay, so we've basically just done over combat. Here I've just gone and lost 7 assault marines to attacks back from chain axes. I only get 1 attack apiece because I don't get any extra bonuses for this, but I've just gone and lost 7. I can't believe that. And I've lost a Terminator. Over there, I lost a couple of breaches. He's lost 3 of his rampagers. Didn't lose, well, of course, they didn't do much with this. I only did that 1 wound. The power fist just bounced off the actual Spartan, so that's going to cause me some problems. He does have a couple of morale. You've got morale on the Spartan to do. His leadership's 8. So if you get quite high, it could be quite bad for you. You're going to roll dice.
Spartan.
Not Spartan rampages. That's what I meant to say. I'm just like looking. Yeah, go on. 4, 5, 6, 7 is okay on these guys. And I've got a leadership rate as well. 2, so
7.
That's 7. He's auto passing all of his. Do I use 2 command points here? Yes. So that'll put me down to down to 3 from 5. And how many command points you got left, Rich? About 4. Right, so they auto pass their morale to try and keep that chaplain and that unit locked up, because I don't really want them going into anything else. I know there's some rampages in there that's going to be coming out. This is going to hurt. So this is going to go into my brother's done my World Eaters. Turn 3. Right, so end of their movement phase. We've got Spartans shifted over, and we've got the Red Butchers moving up with Khan. He's going to try and charge this group of guys down here. No real movement from the Sicaran. And then, of course, no movement from those guys. They're just going to sit happily on that objective. No falling back. They're still in combat. Leviathans move forward, possibly to try and take on that Predator. They're going to remain locked in combat. They're not moving. And that's going to be about it. What are you going to shoot with first, then, Rich?
I shoot my Leviathan first.
Leviathan at?
Melter.
Oh, not the breaches.
No.
Oh.
No.
Right, okay.
So,
Melter gun to start with, then. I'm just going to change hands. That's a bit random. It's going to need 2s because it's an assault weapon.
2.
Hit. And it needs 3s to win.
4.
And I don't get any saves. He's not within 6. So there's just going to be a single d6 damage. 1. Do you want a command point, that? Use it early?
Yeah,
use it early. That's a good idea.
Fancy taking more off that. 5.
That's going to be down. Volkites then needing 2s to hit. No, 3s to hit, sorry, because it's heavy. And, yep, another one that's gone through.
6
and 5s and 6s. Need 3s, and it's saved.
6.
So the cannon, 10 shots, no 3s. 1 miss, that's bad. He's going to need 4s to wound. That's going to hurt. Right, 4 saves needing 5s. None. It's gone down. Did it explode? No. Go for that. Okay, so the Predator's gone. And 16 shots now from the Volkites into the large assault squad. He needs 3s. Not so bad.
Oh.
They need 3s again. Ooh, that's going to be 6. 6 saves. Need 3s.
It's 3 down.
4. Yeah, 3 down. Second one's joining in. It's still on its middle profile with 3 wounds left. So heavy 8. needing 3s. 4s, sorry, I do apologise. Yeah, needing 4s because it's middle profile. No, only 3 hits. Needs 3s to wound. Oh, 1. And it's a minus. More than that. So that's it's going to be another 1 down. 2 last cannons.
Might as well.
2 hits. 2 wounds. Need 6s. None. So that's another 2. Okay, so we've had some shots on the spot on the breaches from a tactical squad over here. Didn't really do anything. They've lost a total of 6 on fire from that and that, which we've already rolled for. Now we're going to have 8 las cannon shots, and then a twin linked heavy bolter into the breaches, but 8 las cannon shots into the rhino. I hope it explodes. Go on. Needing 3s, and then you need 3s again. Oh, he didn't like the fact that he rammed him last time round. That's going to be 5 wounds. 5 saves. Needing 6s. So 1 save. 4 last cannons are going through. He's going to roll them on his magical pool again. That's a dead rhino. Does the rhino explode? 5? No. Some stuff off camera. A couple of bolt pistols down here. Not really doing much. Again, some bolt pistols into a Terminator. Not really doing much. We've got up to now the charge phase. So here it comes. 3 wound apiece, Red Butchers. Ugh. What are they going into, Rich?
What squad is it?
The Destroyers?
Yeah.
Okay. And then what's Khan doing?
I want to charge your thing.
You're going to charge my character?
Yeah.
Are you going to go against the Destroyers as well to try and get an extra D3 attacks? Because you've got to be in base-to-base combat with more than one.
We'll do, yeah.
Yeah, so we're going to do that. Right, okay. We'll do that off camera and come back. Right, okay. So the Leviathan and the Spartan's gone into combat over here. Those guys are already in. Red Butchers absolutely coming in. Khan's managed to get into my captain plus the Destroyers. He did declare against both. So I was going to give him the extra D3 attacks. And he knows I have 3 command points left. So Rich has decided to go with who first?
Khan.
Khan! So the Khan is going to go first. We'll have a look at how many attacks he's looked him up. He's got 4 attacks, plus 1 for charging because he's World Eaters. And then he also got an extra D3 on his Rampage. So he's got like lots.
He's in it with 6.
So,
3
yep.
at D3. So 2 to hit.
So he needs 2 to hit with his Gore Child. He rerolls 1s because he's within 6 inches of himself. So yep, it's hit with them all. And then the Gore Child makes him strength 5. So he's going to need 3s to wound. Ooh, that's 5 wounds. It's 2 damage apiece. I've got a 4-up Iron Halo because he's going against my captain exclusively.
Oh.
I only failed 2.
Ooh, that was bad.
So, although, actually, any 6s, were there any 6s to wound?
3.
So that causes 3 mortal wounds on him. And even if I reroll that, he's dead. Even if I reroll one of those. So, he's actually dead. God damn it. Where's my captain? The command, I'm using 2 command points, reducing me down to 1. The Terminators are going. So I've got 1 Terminator in combat with the Leviathan, that's the Sergeant. So he's going to have 3 attacks, and the rest of them are going to go against these guys. Right, managed to murder 4 of the Assault Marines. Didn't do anything against Leviathan. That 4+ invulnerable save coming in. Right, so you got to choose another unit, my friend.
Leviathan.
Leviathan's going to go. Right, okay, so he's got too excited. He's already rolled and he's managed to hit 4 times. He got a 1, so that's discarded. And then he needs, because it's 4 normally, but he gets +1 for being World Eaters. He needs 2s to wound with rerolls on 1. Yes. So he gets a reroll to 1. And he's done 4 wounds. Okay, so I've got 4 saves, needing 5s. And 1 Terminator survives. Stay locked in combat. Next one is the Butchers. Are you going to do Spartan first?
We'll do Spartan first. Get it out of there.
Just 8 attacks then. You don't have like to drag this on. Go on.
What do I need? 5
I need 5s and 6s. 1. 2 to wound. 5. I need a 5+ invulnerable save. No, that's a dead man. So we've actually gone and done the Red Butcher's attacks. The Spartans also attacked down here as well, managed to kill 1 of the breaches. We're now going with the Red Butchers. Now, we've already gone with the Sergeant with the Chain Fist. He's murdered 4 of them because he gets 5 attacks. 3s to hit, but he managed to get a lot of hits. And then the rest, so we've got 9 guys with 4 attacks each. How many you got in your hand there? 5?
5.
5. So the first 5, needing 2s to hit. He's not allowed to re-roll for any reason.
Anyone.
He always hits on 2s, but he's not allowed to re-roll for any reason. So he now needs 3s with his axes.
3 re-rolling ones.
3 re-rolling ones. Takes his time.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
10. We've still got another 4 guys, but it's 5s and 6s to save, and I've only got 5 guys left. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, they're all dead. The squad now that they've murdered everybody. He's going to go with his chaplain first, surprisingly. So chaplain's got 3 attacks, needing 3s, re-rolling. Yep. And then he needs 3s again, re-rolling 1s because of his world eater. Oh. I actually got 3 in my hand now. And I lose 2. Turn to pick. They're going to die, so I'm going with these guys over here. And how many guys do I have left? Is it just for 2?
There's 2, 1 stun, and then 1
underneath.
lance, 1 hammer, and 2 things.
So 1 hammer.
1 lance,
Yeah,
and then 2 normal.
2 normal. So the 2 normal first need 3s. Hit with once. Need 3s because of Blood Angels. Yeah, it's a wound. So just 1 dice.
1.
He's dead. So we're taking out that sergeant. So now the rest of our attacks can actually go against the rhino. So Thunder Hammer. 1 hit. Needing 4 3s, and it failed. And then the cutter. And that missed as well. Done very well, guys. Done very well. Going to go with the tactical squad next with the chain axes. That's 8 normal guys. And there's a power fist in there as well. The 8 guys needing 3s, re-rolling to hits because he's within 6 inches of a chaplain. Re-rolling all hits.
There's 3s in it.
Yep. So you got another 2. Yep. And then you need 3s because of chain axes with -1. Re-roll your 1s. Whoa, murdered. 6 1. And that's what I rolled. I lost 1. So when I don't record, I do alright. Right, okay. Lose a guy.
1 guy.
But there's a power fist. So 2 attacks with the power fist needing 4s. Re-rolling that 1. No, so there's only 1 hit. It's wounded. I need a 6. Down to 1 man. Gonna go back with his power fist against his chaplain. Forced to hit. Hit. And yep, he's wounded the chaplain. Chaplain's gonna need a. It's failed! It's D3 damage. Last command point. Sod it. Sod it. Yeah! Killed him! And consolidation with these guys. I've got to move towards the actual Terminator. So it's going to be 2 chain axes. There's going to be 2 chain axes and a power fist. 2 chain axes. 1's hit. Needing 3s. Nothing. 2 power fist attacks. This is what I didn't want. 1 hit. 2's to wound. It's wounded. 5s and 6 to save. Yeah, he's saved. The sergeant is still alive. I'll still fail his morale, like. Any more sort of any more combats? Don't think there is there? End of the combat phase.
No, I don't need to do that.
No. So morale, he's lost 3. He's leadership of 8, 8, 9. No, 3, 4, 5. He's good. He's lost 3. He's leadership of 8, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's still good. And your guy's lost 4.
Their leadership 8.
8. Yep.
Sorry.
They're okay. And they lost 6 actually. I've got to roll for them.
Yeah.
6 plus 4, that's going to be 10, so they're going to lose another 2. So I completely forgot to do their attacks back. We've taken a wound off the Spartan with the power fist. It's not looking great, I'll be completely honest with you. There's a lot of white on here, not a lot of red. So we'll see what's going to happen at the end of my 3rd turn. Because it might just end up where I'm not really going to be doing much. Done a bit of movement. We've got a chaplain running up here to get close, and then he's going to give them the +1 to shoot. The apothecaries have run forward to try and add and aid some more help into these guys. They're staying locked in combat over there, and the assault marines have spread out to try and neutralise both targets if possible. So I think in my first lot of a shooting phase, I'm going to go with him to see what's going to happen with this Inferno pistol. So 3s to hit, 2s to wound.
I missed.
We're going to target the sicker one that they've been targeting all game. I need 2s to hits. Ooh. So in 5s and 6s. Ugh. 1. And he's getting too excited. He's rolled a 5, so he's saved. Right, let's see what these guys can shoot at. Okay, so I've just fired with all these guys into them and into that. I've done nothing.
Don't forget about your grenade.
Yeah, my grenade chucked. I know my grenade. I knew I threw a grenade. It's part of my shooting. It's done nothing. Absolutely nothing. Ugh. I'll be honest, I don't think if I do anything in this assault phase, I think that's going to be it. It's going to be end of the game. Right, okay, so let's do some charging. See what happens. Right, okay, so I've got to select my charging units to go with first. He hasn't got, or he has got 2 points, so he could go with Khan. So I'm going to go with him first. Yay, Chaplain! 3 attacks. With his mace. Needs 3s to hit with rerolls because he's within 6 inches of himself. Nope, 2. His mace is going to +1 to him, so he's going to need 3s to wound. And 2 wounds. So yeah, so he's going to need 3s. It's just -1, but it does cause 2 damage. Oh, Khan's wounded. He's taken 2 points.
No damage.
He's down to 3. Are you interrupting? I don't think there's much point, to be honest, because the only person you can really interrupt with is Khan, unless you want to interrupt with those guys. Want to take a piece?
Not really.
Not really? Right, okay. So they've got to go next. So that's going to be 3 attacks from that side. That's going to be, sorry, 2 attacks, yeah, 2, 4, 6 attacks. So I need 3s. These are terrible. I do need 3s again though because of the Blood Angel rule. So yep, so 3 wounds against those heavies, needing 3s. And lose a guy. And then this one here, so I've got 2 attacks normally. That's 2 hits, needs 5s and 6s to wound. I wish I'd have rolled that one again. I've only got 2 power swords. So no, power sword only actually has 1 attack. What am I doing? Hits, and then a 5 or 6, nothing. And then 2 attacks with the Thunder Hammer. Yeah, hit 1. I've wounded. Thunder Hammer is a -3 and a straight 3 damage. So you need a 6.
Wow!
God damn it, man! I've not been able to get through any of his armour at all. Everything's just bounced off. Okay, so I'm going to pick a unit. I'm picking this guy before he dies. 3 attacks against the Leviathan with his chain fist. Needs 4s. Oh, well done, lad. 1 hit. No wound. Right, you get to pick one now, Rich.
Well, how are we spawn?
Alright, 8 attacks.
5, 6, 7, 8. Needing
5s.
Caught with 3.
Yep.
Needing
2s. Strength 8.
2, 3.
And it's -3, so I need 5s. Oh, I actually saved 2 for once. So the one that just got back up is back down again.
Can't get rid of them.
But you managed to kill everything else, that don't matter.
Can't get rid of them.
Right, okay, so we've gone with everything. We've caused an extra wound on here. You've still got Leviathan and those guys to go with, which will be quite amusing. And you've got Khan the Betrayer. But I've gone with everything else. I did manage to get rid of the Rhino, which is always a good thing, to be honest. Right, so which one do you want to go with first here, Rich?
I've got locks. I've got 1, 2, 3.
Which one do you want to go with?
5. We'll kill your Terminator first.
With the Leviathan? Yep.
Yep. 4 attacks in it.
4 attacks, needing 2s. And then he needs 2s with re-rolling 1s.
4.
5s. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so they've murdered a lot of people down here. Nothing's really happened across here. We're just going to go straight into this guy here. Now he's only in combat once, so he's only got 4 attacks. So he needs 2s to hit. Re-rolls 1s because he's within 6 inches of himself, and then he needs 3s. Re-rolling 1s.
3.
Oh, 3 of them.
And a 6.
His Gore Child causes 2 points of damage, and he got a 6, which causes a mortal wound. I'm going to be down to 2, so I need to save all of these, and it's I think it's a -2. That don't matter because I rolled a 1. So he's dead. Right, so this is what the battlefield's looking like. It's not looking good at all for the Blood Angels. I think for this test game, we are going to call it there. Yeah, definitely a victory for the World Eaters. The rules I quite like. They really do bring the feel of the sort of Heresy into 8th edition rather than it being in the standard 7th, because 7th can be a little bit meh. But yeah, I'm quite liking the experimental rules. I'll put the links to the rules on the website. Not website, YouTube page, you know what I mean. So you can all have a look. And all possibly I'd love to see some more of your own games regarding these actual rules, because it'd be quite fun to see. Thanks for watching from this experiment. Like, share, subscribe if you want to know more. Any what?
Comments leave below.
Why?
People might want to comment on it.
You can comment on it anyway, I don't need to tell them. Thank you.